Ready? Go. 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 Oi, 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 oi. More energy, more power. Oi. Bloody hell, mate. Oi, 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 oi. Oi, oi, oi. Oi, mind up. Oi, yeah. More energy, more power. Oi, oi, that was mad. More passion. Let me see that footwork. Give it to them. More passion, more energy, more energy. Oi.
I don't know, whatever it is, it's not right on the teleprompter. I don't know what that is. I've never seen that.
No, there is. We are going to do Sting, yeah.
Okay, but
Okay.
yeah, I can't read it. There's no words on it.
Okay. Ready? Sure.
There's no words there. To play us out. What does that mean? To play us out.
Sting is going to do. It's a video. Sting video.
What is
for credits?
I don't know what that means. To play us out. What does that mean? To end the show?
Yeah.
All right, go.
In 5, 4, 3.
That's tomorrow, and that is it.
Okay. In 5, 4, 3.
That's tomorrow, and that is it for us today. And we will leave you with a. I can't do it.
Okay.
We'll do it live.
Okay. No.
We'll do it live. Fuck it. Do it live. I'll write it, and we'll do it live.
Right.
Fucking thing sucks.
In 5, 4, 3.
That's tomorrow, and that is it for us today. I'm Bill O'Reilly. Thanks again for watching. We'll leave you with Sting and a cut off his new album. Take it away.
So you're telling me there's a chance? Yeah!
Do it! Just do it! Don't let your dreams be dreams. Yesterday, you said tomorrow. So just do it! Make your dreams come true! Just do it!
We obviously didn't communicate clearly. We're here to discuss your surrender, not mine.
Tú eres tan romántico molestando con una diva. Me pregunta si te quiero. Yo te digo que no estoy lista y no quiero comenzar. No hay nada que pensar. Yo te dejaré atrás. Mientras gano más y más. No estás en mi nivel y tú no eres obligación. No estás motivada y tú aburre mi corazón. Eres un idiota sin inteligencia y razón. Entonces déjame tranquila mientras escriba tu canción. Tú eres tan romántico molestando una diva. Me pregunta si te quiero. Yo te digo que no estoy lista y no quiero comenzar. No hay nada que pensar. Yo te dejaré atrás. Mientras gano más y más. No estás en mi nivel y tú no eres obligación. No estás motivado. Corazón. Eres un idiota sin inteligencia y razón. Entonces déjame tranquila mientras escriba tu canción. Estoy aquí a disfrutar. Estoy aquí pero quiero gozar. Si quieres a mí pero vamos a bailar. Cintura a cintura, papi, tra, tra, tra. Bailando, gozando y me gusta tomar. Pero no quiero pendejos que no quieren respetar. Déjame pendejo, papi, ya no más. Déjame pendejo, papi, ya no más. Estoy aquí a disfrutar. Estoy aquí pero quiero gozar. Si quieres a mí pero vamos a bailar. Cintura a cintura, papi, tra, tra, tra. Bailando, gozando y me gusta tomar. Pero no quiero pendejos que no quieren respetar. Déjame pendejo, papi, ya no más. Déjame pendejo, papi, ya no más.
What is up, everybody? It is your boy Luis Martinez, aka Big Chief Burrito, live with you on a Tuesday. What is up, everybody? Wait, hold on.
There's There's an echo.
There's an echo. Hold on a second. Is that you or is that me?
That's you. Is the producer. Welcome back, everybody. We're back from a hiatus. Did you miss us? I bet you did. I think it's gone. Oh no, you're muted yourself. Live with you from Southern California, Chula Vista, the Burrito Lounge. It is me, Sofia Carrillo, and Big Chief Burrito, our lovely producer, who is trying to figure out our sound situation. We'll see how long that takes. Oh, our lovely producer.
All right, hold on a second.
Technical difficulties. Sorry about that.
Give me a second.
No worries. It's your headset. It's because you need a headset.
I think it's maybe because I still have this headset on. Let me see. Give me a second.
It's your headset.
I think it's maybe because I still have
While you do that, you know. Am I allowed to talk or not? Should I?
You can't. I mean, it's going to be FUBAR for a minute anyway. Hold on a second.
All right, cool. We'll cut this out. We'll fix it in post.
We'll cut this out of the pod. Hold on. You can't. I mean, it's going to be FUBAR for a minute anyway.
You guys. All right. While this gets fixed, I'm very sorry about the sound. But as I was announcing before we got on live to Lou, I'm going to Colombia. Woo! Yeah, una noche en Medellín. Anyway, so that's very exciting. I jumped into personal news. Did you mute yourself or are you just being really silent? No, I can't hear you now. What have you done, sir? What have you done, Luis Martinez? So welcome to my podcast where it's just me and only me.
How about now?
Oh, I can hear you now. Yeah.
Okay, good.
I could riff for ages. Okay, what do you want me to talk about? I'll take out all my psychology knowledge. Finally, will serve me in something.
What?
Uh-huh.
We're
starting off pretty loopy already.
What? This is so bad. All right. I don't know what's going on right.
Well, just skip the intro. Go straight to personal news. Or are you still? Are you listening to like a? Do you have a lag?
I have a lag here.
Well,
hold on a second. Hello, you there?
Yep. Here.
I found it. All right.
All
right. We're good, right?
Woo!
I think we're good. Oof.
Woo!
We
survived that. Oh my god.
Oh my goodness. It was I think I had the stream open somewhere in the background, so.
Oh my god. Probably
right.
maybe because IG? I don't know. Who knows?
No, it was another page that I had. From our Mi Gente Twitter, I think is what I had.
Oh, Mi Gente X, yes.
Mi Gente X, Mi Gente X. No, Mi Gente. Mi Gente, yes, Mi Gente. At Mi Gente Show on Twitter, at Mi Gente Show on Instagram, at Mi Gente Show everywhere. Sorry about that FUBAR delay there with our audio problems, but we're live on a Tuesday. Sofia Carrillo, Luis Martinez, Mi Gente Show. All the news that's fit for Latinos, by Latinos for everyone. Chisme, Hellscape Watch, a lot of stuff happening in the world today. Yeah. But like you said, Sofia, let's jump into personal news. Mm-hmm. So you're going to Colombia. Tell us a little bit about this.
I'm going to Colombia. I'm going to Peru, and I'm trying to see if I can get enough time, possibly go to Chile as well. So it's going to be my first time in South America, and I'm super stoked. I'm excited. So send me any recommendations. If we have anyone in the comment section, throw it in the chat. Anything that I should go visit. I really want to see the Shakira statue in Barranquilla. Trying to make that happen. So we'll see. But I'm excited. I'm gonna see Machu Picchu, all the stuff, all the things. I figure I wanted to cram in Uruguay, but I figured probably next time it'll be Brazil, Argentina, Uruguay. We'll split into 2 little trips.
Yeah, I mean, you could. I mean, unless you replace Chile, but Chile is cool too.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, Chile was not on my like radar at all until I started working at my workplace when I met a ton of Chileans and I love all of them so much. And I don't know, it just seems like a very beautiful place. Like I met people from the south of Chile and people in middle and north of Chile, and they just all have it's just such a wide range of weather and scenery. And I'm just like, I wanna see all of it. This is beautiful. So yeah. It's kind of my personal news. Nothing else going on really, just other than that. Trying to catch up on my sleep, trying to work out. I've been pretty bad about that. So yeah. How about you, Lou?
I've been pretty good about working out 3 times a week so far.
Shut up, really?
Mhm.
Good for you. Damn.
Yeah,
Keeping up
I'm
with
done. Oh, I got the
Okay.
gains going. I got the gains going.
Okay. Proud of you.
Yeah, no, I've been pretty consistent about it. It's been really good. My leg has healed up perfectly almost.
Good.
Not having probably like 85% of the swelling that I was having issues with is gone. Still working on my diet. I've been pretty much sticking to no sugary drinks, which is the big deal for me. And also just gaining muscle to burn more shit. You know what I'm saying? It's a whole thing you got to do. It helps. The muscle makes me heavier, but makes me smaller. Makes me
Yeah.
It's a whole thing.
Yeah, BMI is like a total lie because you could be super heavy but really fucking slim down, and muscle weighs more. Anyway,
Yeah.
science.
It always happens with me is that I get heavier, so because I'm gaining muscle, and then that sort of gives me a little bit of pain in my joints and my knees and stuff, my ankles. But if I push through it, I can keep going. So right now I'm just like, hey, if I'm sore, the 3 days a week is good because I can take 2 days off whenever I feel really sore. And I've made like gradual increases in the weight that I'm doing. So it's mostly just a little bit of cardio, mostly weight stuff. Major muscle groups like my legs, my back, my chest, just because, according to my diabetes doctors, those will make the biggest influence in weight burning stuff. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel you.
I feel it.
I'm here.
As far as knowing what I mean, you do.
I do. Yeah. As far as knowing, I do.
Yeah. In regards to our previous email, vis-a-vis knowing.
It's me.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, yes. So anyway, thanks for everybody coming in. Leave us a comment if you're lurking, go ahead and lurk.
Yeah.
But sharing the screen, leaving a like on it helps us out tremendously. So if you're watching this at any point in time, go ahead and do that. It's good for the algorithm. Short show today. I honestly forgot that we were supposed to be back on today. We've been having a couple of weeks off.
Yeah, 2-week hiatus, but it felt like a lifetime.
It felt like a while, right?
Yeah.
It felt good. Episode 69 according to my count.
Shut up.
Depends on who you ask.
I would have to go probably to the YouTube just to see. I'll check. We'll see.
This is episode 69 in as much as whenever me and you would do a show together, I would put an episode in a thing and I would save stuff for us. So this is the 69th time that we have podcasted or streamed together. Whether that's an official Mi Gente episode or not, it's to be determined. But I think it's still a monumentous occasion.
Yeah.
Anything in the pussy department for you?
You're like, speaking of 69, how's your sex life, Sophia?
Now that we're on 69s,
I stopped sharing my intimate life on this show a long time ago. Episode 22, I recall. No, I'm kidding. Right. It's going good.
It's going good.
Can't complain.
Can't complain. All right, look at you.
What about you? How's your life?
I mean, absolutely can complain. I could be better.
You can complain?
I mean, it's.
Do you have a love interest? Do you have a love? How was your February 14th? How was your Valentine's Day?
No, it was non-existent. Basically,
Fair.
I'm on a hiatus. Listen,
Ooh.
I don't want to be that guy, but you know, and I've told people that, you know, the reason that there's less well, I've taken some of my stuff.
You're busy because you are doing other things such as
San Diego Latino Film Festival is coming up in 2 weeks. I'm moving in 6 weeks or less, depending on it. So I've been packing.
Pack it up.
So I'm not really like, I've been trying to get my health up. You know what I mean? Like, basically, the math for me is if I work out and take care of myself for 3 to 6 months, I could be, you know, I could be closing a whole another level of deals. You know what I mean, Sophia?
Oh yeah.
So why don't I just invest in myself? You know,
in your future.
In my future.
Right now, it's health, work, and move for you.
Yeah. You know, Lou's future penis will thank me for the work that current Lou is doing. Current Lou's doing stuff for you.
Putting in the work.
Future peen. We're doing this for you 6 months down the line so you can reap the benefits.
You didn't just say future peen. You guys.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Anyway.
Listen, sometimes, like, you know, I'll be bored in the afternoon before poker night, and I'll be like, you know what, I'm gonna roll 2 or 3 blunts so I have them ready. And then when it comes to 9 o'clock when I'm playing poker and I'm like, hey, I rolled these earlier, everybody's like, thank you, Lou, from 5 hours ago. You know, so you gotta be nice to your future self, right?
Of course.
And you know, like, you know,
I am doing the opposite. I'm doing the absolute opposite.
Well, no, current day Sophia is being good to future Sophia by buying tickets for a future trip, right?
Ah, there it is. Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, I meant health-wise. I've been drinking and you know, I smoked a cigarette the other day. I have not been good.
Oh man.
I need to work out though, but you know what? Next week.
Well, listen, you're always welcome to come with me.
I know, but it's just so much easier to, like, I just need to get into some light, you know, workout. Like before, when I was like doing, I can't say that part, but when I was doing a thing that required me to work out, I was waking up literally like just a half hour earlier before work, and I would just run and do sit-ups and push-ups for like 30 minutes. And it was not that bad, and it made me feel so good. So I need to do that again. So next week, it's on the bucket list.
It's on the bucket list for one time.
No, consistency. I'm trying to be consistent. I just need to make it feasible in my daily life routine.
Yes, it is what it is. It's tough. It's tough to get on there. All right. Well, let me since we're only going to do a little short show today, let's talk about some of the stuff that's current in the world. Go ahead.
Yeah, I feel like we've missed out on a lot. So I'm like, it's going to be a short show, but also what did we miss? I feel like it was a lot of big revelations, big moments. Well, the Super Bowl,
Super Bowl. I think that's dead. I mean, that's not really like.
Yeah, it's done,
It's
Usher was great.
Usher was good. The commercials, the only commercial that I remember is the Dunk Kings commercial.
Ooh, do you remember? No, I actually wanted to talk about the other one, the one about washing the feet, how Jesus washed the feet, and then it was like all the marginalized community, and then like I feel like Republicans had a heyday with it.
Like in terms of I remember. I mean, that's the He Gets Us thing, which is a Christian organization.
Is it? Is it?
It's supposed to be.
Is it liberal Christians trying to like unite everyone, but then like more conservative Christians will like, you know,
I don't think so. I mean, honestly, I don't think so.
No, I liked the message. I really liked it. I thought it would be problematic for conservatives.
It is a little, I mean, it's kind of like a thing. I don't really know who's behind that, but I do know they spent probably like $500,000 on commercials or $1 million on commercials where they could have fed a bunch of people, right? So that's kind of one side of it. Like, all right, really? Like you could have done like a thing. Yeah, I don't know who washes feet anymore. It's not like a cool thing to do.
Dude, my best friend at her wedding, they had a ceremony, like they were doing their vows thing, you know, when they stand on the podium or whatever the fuck it's called. And then like they paused for a bit. There was like a musical break, and then they went and washed each other's feet in front of everyone.
Each other's feet?
Yeah, like the husband and the wife. And they were like, Jesus. And they said, someone was saying the speech about Jesus washing feet while they were washing each other's feet. And I was just like, oh yeah, Christian love. That's yay.
Yeah, have you ever washed somebody's feet?
No. I made my own. My dogs. Oh my God. Wait, yes. Babies?
You wash your dog's feet?
Yeah, especially fucking Honey's. I have to wash hers like because she plays in the dirt. And then
Mhm.
she walks in, so I have to consistently wash her feet actually. So you're welcome. She doesn't thank me for any of that. Anyway, have you washed anyone's feet?
I mean, maybe like my dad when I was
Your
giving him a
dad,
bath or
yeah.
something like that.
Right,
my
yeah.
dogs. I washed my dog's feet today. I gave also a bath.
Oh.
Yeah, so I guess so. But I mean, in terms of just like let's just post up and eat some feet, or wait, eat some feet.
What? Freudian slip.
Let's eat some feet. Listen,
Yeah.
I've gone on record saying I like feet. Like
Yeah.
I'm not against. Listen, I give a really good foot rub, so you know what I'm saying. I'm like,
I don't know, and nor do I want to know.
I mean, I don't be tickling or nothing, as they say.
That's a professional.
A professional.
Yeah.
I guess the major stories that we're looking at for the rest of the month. I mean, as I look at my tabs, another $75 million movie got canceled or is supposed to be shelved and deleted forever. There was a movie called Coyote versus Acme, which was like a cartoon. It was kind of like a Who Framed Roger Rabbit because I felt it was like it was sort of set in the human world with cartoons interacting with it. Warner Brothers wanted $75 to $80 million for the film and rejected offers from Netflix, Amazon, and Paramount, refusing to let them counteroffer. And the end result was that they shelved it as a tax write-off. So I guess the takeaway here is that the paradise that we were promised when back in the day they were like, oh, once you have high-speed internet and this and streaming, you can see any movie ever made at any point, whatever, you're going to have access to all of the content ever made. And that's just not true because they're making these films that they then turn into a tax write-off by shelving them and never letting us see them. There was a Halle Berry movie recently. Then there's other, Wile E. Coyote movie, and then the Batgirl movie.
Yeah.
And so it's becoming more and more. And then, the issue that we're having as well is that people and streaming companies can show you a movie. They can market it, they can put it on, and the director, the filmmaker could have a deal on number of streams, and then they could decide to take it off and leave it off their platform in perpetuity, fucking over the filmmakers, fucking over the actors and everything. Yeah.
That's terrible. How does it what is the logic behind getting it as a tax write-off as opposed to selling it and profiting off of it is my question. Like,
so in this scenario, let's say the movie costs $50 million, 30 to 48 to $50 million to make, right? And Warner Brothers wanted to sell it for 75 to 80 million so that Netflix, Amazon, or Paramount could put it on their platform. So they say we can make, so they're like, unless we get 70, $80 million from it, we don't want to take the hit or release it publicly. Then they would have to market it, spend another 40, $50 million marketing, and then hope that they turn around and make 150, $200 million, or they can just say, we can take we can write it off as as an expense, off of a tax bill.
Damn, that's a shame. That's bullshit.
Yeah. So, and then
SAG-AFTRA, where you at?
Hey, Bonzo.
You want to read it?
No, oh yeah, Sofia, que pasa bonita? You make this vato's heart get so many eats. I feel like a double dose of the jab.
Bonzo, stop it.
You got the
You
double
crazy.
Fauci ouchie.
The double
Um,
ouchie.
all right,
Love
so
you too,
this
Bonzo.
so here's another side of this, which is when Warner Brothers keeps shelving movies. If you're a PA trying to get your 600 days to join the DGA, those days don't count unless the movie is released. So every PA that worked on Coyote versus Acme and Batgirl lost every single day they had on those projects, contributing to their 600 days getting into the DGA. Is the DJ going to start making exceptions to the rules for PAs going through stuff like this if studios are just going to keep canceling films for tax purposes? Can anyone stand up for the PAs in this situation? Is there an overtly obvious answer? I'm aware as to why films like this just can't be released on the streaming platforms like Max. Every time Disney decides a movie isn't worth a theater run, they just put it on Disney Plus. Why can't Warner Brothers do the same? Guaranteeing tons of kids would watch both of those movies.
Exactly. Oh, that's such bullshit, man.
Yeah.
Poor PAs.
So the movie, which was a live action animated hybrid with Will Forte and the Looney Tune gangs,
I want to watch it.
has been earmarked for demolition, but following the announcement that the movie would be canceled, a firestorm of outrage and indignation erupted. It was heightened by friends and family screening that had already been planned before the cancellation announcement was made. The screaming mocked more will and even louder public outcry. What was so exciting was that it felt like the film captured the voice of the Looney Tunes that we love in a tone none of the other feature versions have ever done. Who was at the screening told the Wrap. Warner Brothers reacting to Hub. Instead of canceling the movie outright, the studio would give the filmmakers a chance to shop it around. Now, months later, Warner Brothers has had enough, and they were basically saying, unless we get the $70-80 million that we want, we're going to just cancel it.
That sucks.
Hopefully it'll get leaked. I mean, it just seems like a fucking short side. It just seems stupid.
It does. Also, weren't Warner Brothers and Disney gonna merge a few years ago? Anyway, I don't know. Off topic, but
listen, I would go see it just based on this screenshot here.
Exactly. And there's plenty of people that want to see it. There's plenty of people that also want to see friggin' Batgirl.
I mean, fucking Will Forte. Come on. Yeah.
That's a bummer.
Listen, also, I mean, I don't know if this is sort of to do with like the strike and everything, but pilot season was non-existent this year. A lot of the stuff that was in the pipeline got pushed back to 2025. So there's a lot of stuff that already got made. So a lot of actors are looking for a lot of work right now. It's kind of like a tough part of the industry.
Yeah. Do you feel like the industry is going to go null and void eventually in the near future? I don't know. I was watching the SAG Awards and how they streamed it to Netflix, and I just had that thought of like, man, award season is kind of also like not a. I mean, it is a thing, but it seems to be changing drastically in the last 10 years, than what it was. So I don't know. What is the future of film?
Honestly, I really don't know. It's scary. Yeah, I think it's I don't know. It's just the ruling class. I mean, it could be end stage capitalism. It could be just ruling class making us just, like I said, AI, robots, all that stuff was supposed to make our life easier so that we could fuck and make art. And it's basically, they're trying to make it like the opposite. We'll just let AI and robots make the art and make the movies, and you guys are just going to fucking eat it no matter what we give you. Right?
Yeah.
It's like just so it I don't know, man. Like
scary times we're living in.
Scary times. It's a hellscape. I think this full episode is like hellscape.
Yeah, I was gonna say we're not even in hellscape yet.
Yeah, let's
technically we are.
It's all hellscape watch.
That's true. Now it's official.
That's official. Vladimir Putin killed another opponent during the time that we were off.
What? Only one?
Uh,
Just kidding. I'm so
you
sorry.
you knew Navalny, right? He was the guy that was like he made all these YouTube videos about about Putin's like hideaways and all the money that he kept away. He was definitely Russian opposition to Putin. He was still very much a fascist. He was still very much not a good guy. He wanted to strip Chechens, Dargins, and all other nations in the caucus of their Russian citizenship and compare them to cockroaches. So it wasn't like he wasn't like a great dude, but he did oppose Putin. There was a whatchamacallit, a assassination, poisoning attempt on his life.
Whoa.
And he could have stayed away from Russia. He went back to Russia. Immediately, he was arrested on false charges. He was sent to like a Siberian prison camp. He had recently gone back to be in court, and then all of a sudden they found him dead, and he died under custody. So this is kind of the other big news about Putin, that he was murdered by Putin.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, expected, but crazy.
So,
I gotta say about that. I've been so out of the Russian loop. Just what's even going on over there? What's going on?
So yeah, so that's kind of what's happening. Let's see what else is happening in the world.
What were your thoughts on that?
It's not surprising in the least. I mean, it's interesting that the degrees of evil that we're when somebody who's like who's a fascist, who's a bad person, but he opposed another bad person, and he was one of the only people that really opposed Putin openly. And he just was like, okay, it's time for you to have an accident, or it's time for you to
trip and fall
out of a window, or get poisoned by uranium. There's a lot of ways that it happens. Let's see what further on in Hellscape Watch. This is something that's interesting that happened in February. The woman Jennifer Crumley, who was a mother of a school shooter, was found guilty of manslaughter in a test of who's responsible for a mass shooting. This was the kid who killed 4 students in Oxford, Michigan in 2021. Basically, his parents were found guilty of manslaughter because they weren't paying attention to him. They maybe have given him access to guns.
How old was he? Like a minor or
17 years? Well, he was in high school, so it's but is this a step towards accountability, or is this sort of what do you think?
I don't know. There's something that feels wrong about it, but then there's, for the most part, it feels right. Like somebody needs to pay, right? There was murder committed, and the person was a minor. So I'm assuming that they went to trial, and if the jury found that they were a huge part in the child getting the gun and committing the crime, then I can see that, and that's super valid. But I also, part of me feels like a little bit of a slippery slope of like, that child is technically legal now, or near it, and they were the ones that ultimately committed the crime. So for them to be out and about in society doesn't super sit well with me. So it's
well, no, they got life.
Oh, they got life. Okay, see, that's all you had to say.
No, the kid got life. Their son pleaded,
and it was just on top of that the parents.
Yeah, their son pleaded guilty. They pleaded guilty to they weren't going to get out. Terrorism, causing death, 4 counts of murder, and 19 other charges.
Beautiful. Okay, never mind then. All right, backtracking everything I said. Yay. I super approve. The most gray area that I could say is it's a slippery slope into like maybe future murderers whose parents had nothing to do with it. But then I feel like parents have a lot to do with most of these things. So yeah. What do you I don't know. How
The
do you
prose- well, the prosecution argued that Jennifer is responsible for the deaths because she was grossly negligent in giving a gun to her son, Ethan, who was 15 at the time, and failing to get him proper mental health treatment despite warning signs.
Absolutely.
It's a rare case that takes some really egregious facts. 4 kids died. She's basically saying, I think if I remember correctly, there was like some warning signs and some stuff that he said, and I think he had already brought the gun to school once or something like that.
Also assuming that they went to trial, in which case, like, of
Yeah.
course.
And then the defense argued that the blame was on her husband for improperly securing the firearm, on the school for failing to notify her about her son's behavioral issues, and on Ethan himself.
What?
So,
No.
so I think the main thing for me is does this do a wake-up call to middle America, to parents because we're nothing if not all about ourselves, right? So if you're just like an absentee parent and you have this kid and you're like, sure, fuck it, guns, does that give you any pause to sort of monitor them a little bit better?
I would hope so. I mean, because yeah, you're right. We're a very individualistic country, and so I think a lot of people like raise their kids kind of not thinking like whatever consequences that they may have is going to be theirs only. So I think it's nice. It's nice to think that like, yeah, maybe I should take a better look at my kids' mental health so that we avoid these situations and I don't end up going to jail. So hopefully it's an impetus towards that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right, let's
Yeah.
cleanse the calendar a little bit. All right. Listen, if you're in your 60s and you're having a hard time with your life and you're maybe a world-renowned actor, you know how you can find your spark again?
How?
26-year-old Poontang. Brad Pitt found his spark again with girlfriend Ines Ramon. Couldn't be happier.
Ines de Ramon. Wait, hold on. He's dating a Latina? Is she a Latina?
I think she's Spanish, but the Fight Club has 6-year-olds had reportedly found his spark again since the divorce, dated but never seriously.
How old is he? 26?
This is the first serious relationship. He couldn't be happier.
You mean I stood a chance? I stood a chance in hell with Mr. Brad Pitt. God damn. Damn, Ines. Good for you.
This is Ines right here. She looks pretty good. Yeah, I mean,
but she looks like normal as fuck. Like she just looks like a normal Spanish girl. Like she's hot. She's hot as fuck. Oh my god, wait. She dated Stefan from Vampire Diaries. Never mind. She is better than me. Oh my god. He's my dream. He's like low-key. He's like one of my very
listen.
I don't have that many male crushes, celebrity crushes. He's one of them. The guy that plays Stefan.
Yeah.
And Brad Pitt. So this bitch is taking all my men. Wow. Good for her. You know what? I'm here for it. Good for you, Ines.
Good for her.
Wait, was she married to him? What? Go to that picture with him, that man right there. No, you were on it.
This one?
Yeah.
Paul Wesley. She dated Paul Wesley. Is that the guy you're talking to?
That is his name. Yes. Paul Wesley.
Okay. And then she's not living with Pitt.
Oh my god! Of course.
Oh yeah, she was married to Wesley from 2019 to 2022.
Holy shit! She went from Paul Wesley to Brad Pitt. This woman is living my dream. Inez. Jesus.
60-year-old. Yeah, like I said, there's nothing.
Good for her.
There's nothing in life that young Poontang can't solve.
How old? She can't be 26.
I think she's 30. I think maybe 30 something.
Okay.
All right.
Makes more sense. Damn. Good for her. Slow clap. Hold on.
Slow. Golf clap.
Yeah. Good job, Inez.
What's
Angelina up to? Do you think she's sad and lonely and single
really,
and maybe looking for a young Latina?
She could be.
She goes both ways.
She needs a stepmama though. She got a bunch of kids.
I will be a stepmother. I will. I said no more mothers, but you know what? Angelina Jolie, absolutely. Come on.
Absolutely.
Yes, I come out of retirement for her.
Okay. All right. Trump news, I guess. We missed a lot out. He's got over $800 million in judgments against him. He caught that defamation trial for an extra $80 million, and then he got another $400 million, I think, in his New York fraud case. So of course he's going to get into the sneaker game. He's selling Trump gold sneakers.
I hate everything about this. Oh no.
Yeah.
And they have and you know what sucks? Like I can see it. It's the American red, white, and blue and the custom gold Trump.
Yeah,
it's
yeah. He wasn't wearing them though. He should have worn them.
Missed opportunity. He would never. They're so tacky. He would never wear them.
I mean, he loves them though. It's his thing. You know. Yeah, I mean,
I think he's fine selling them. I don't think he would wear them. Those things are hideous. Come on.
Should we raffle off a pair?
Let's fucking do it. How much do you think they're worth? How much do you think they cost? They're selling probably for like
$400, I think, is what the retail price on it, and I guess they must be sold out. You know.
Yeah. Jesus. I was like Yeezys.
Yeah.
Oh my god, him and Kanye should collab. Anyway.
I should think so. Let me see what else we got going on here. All right, and then the biggest story that I can think of that happened over the last couple of days is the active U.S. Air Forceman, Aaron Bushnell, who lit himself on fire in front of the Israeli embassy. And if you haven't seen the video, don't.
Yeah.
But essentially, if you're unaware of the story, and I'll give you guys my thoughts on it. You know, Aaron Bushnell, and I guess there's been some stories about it. He loved Lord of the Rings, he loved karaoke and show tunes, he gave away his cat. And you can see a little bit of this still image here. He set up a post on his Facebook page where he wrote out, you know, if you've ever wondered, let me see if I can find them. If you ever wondered what you would do if your government was partaking in genocide or apartheid, you're doing it now. And he very calmly streaming on his phone, and I just was looking around and I saw the video and I just couldn't look away, so I did actually see it. And he basically said, he said, I'm participating in one of the most extreme forms of protest. I will no longer be complicit in the genocide of the Palestinian people. What I'm going to do is going to be called extreme, but it's nothing compared to what the people in Gaza are living through. And then he had a thermos full of flammable liquid. He poured it on himself. He put his phone down and he lit himself on fire and began screaming, "Free Palestine, free Palestine, free Palestine," as he literally burned to death. So he's, you know, self-immobilizing.
Immobilizing. I don't know. Mutilation. Mutilation, is that what we're trying to say?
I mean, I always forget the phrase, but self-immolated.
There you
go. So he was 25-year-old member of U.S. Air Force stationed in Lackland Air Force Base in San Antonio, originally from Massachusetts.
Well, wait, he's a U.S. citizen?
He was a U.S. Air Force. He was an active member of U.S. Air Force.
Okay.
Working in intelligence. Hours before lighting himself on fire, Bushnell posted a Twitch link on his Facebook page with the caption, "Many of us ask ourselves, what would we do if I was alive during slavery, Jim Crow South, or apartheid, what would I do if my country was committing genocide? The answer is you're doing it right now. Shortly before 1 p.m. on Sunday, Bushnell began his live stream and walked towards the Israeli embassy with a water bottle full of flammable fluid. I will no longer be complicit in genocide, he said in his video. I'm about to engage in an extreme act of protest.
Mm.
And then he lit himself on fire, started screaming. The weirdest part about this was that as he was burning up, there was a guard from the Israeli embassy that had like a gun on him while he was burning alive. And essentially, it's a self-immolation like the Buddhist monks did during Vietnam, which is people have done this in protest many times before in the past. It's, like I said, an extreme. And then some people, the reaction is that, he was mentally unstable, that he did it for nothing, that, so I think it's very, very, very easy to say he did it for nothing.
Yeah.
But I think that, and it's very important and it's more important to cover it by saying that, there are people that are depressed that do see stuff like this and might consider it a reason to self-harm. So I understand why they're sort of covering it like that, but it is not. I don't think it is a mental health thing. I think is, like you said, it's an incredibly rare, extreme act of protest. It is the most extreme act of protest to say, I am tired of people being committed genocide on. I'm tired of 30,000 children being killed by American bombs.
Yeah.
And I'm literally going to give up my life for it. So even though, Hamas and other groups have called him a martyr, and it's weird to me that religious right and right-wing people who know a lot about martyrdom are trying to make fun of him or trying to say that, it's less than what it's worth. It is an extreme way to protest. Here's a note that somebody wrote. Hi, Aaron. You have no idea who I am. Saddens me that you're gone and you won't read this message. I'm sure that you're in a better place. You're watching us from above and feeling the love that surrounded your death. None of us wanted you to die. None of us wanted you to have anything less than a happy life. Your death was a tragedy. And if I had stopped that spark that ended your life, I would have done it. But you found your answers. I couldn't watch you die. I stopped the video after knowing that you care about Palestinian lives. I couldn't watch someone that brave, pure, and humane die in front of me. It saddens me that even in your death, the person was not mentioned by the same newspapers. This actually has changed. There's been stories everywhere about it, basically like what we know about it. But they're also very quick to say it's like, oh, he died. He killed himself protesting the Israeli-Palestinian war or the war in Gaza, not the very clear message, which was the genocide of Palestinians. Yeah. These newspapers mean nothing to us Palestinians. They are nothing but complicit in the crimes committed against us. You will always remember it as we remember Rachel Corrie. You will always remember it as a brave soul who couldn't listen to more lies and couldn't be part of a genocide. A brave soul we wish for us now. I'm personally wishing nothing but speedy recovery when you were in a hospital to see you one day in Palestine. Rest in peace, Aaron. You have found your answers. So again, if you guys don't know about this, don't watch the video. It's very disturbing, but you can. This is what it is. He set himself. He put his phone down, set himself on fire, and then for a ridiculously long time kept saying, free Palestine, free Palestine, free Palestine, until he literally collapsed.
Were there any word of what happened to the body afterwards, or what the Israeli government did following that?
This was in the U.S.
Oh, okay.
So this was in front of the Israeli embassy in Washington, D.C.
Gotcha.
So he, this was in the U.S. Like somebody was walking up to him and was like, "Hey, do you need any help?" And then he just did it. And then, No, there was an Israeli. There was somebody that was part of the security team, and they literally had a gun on him the time while he was burning alive. So,
Oh, crazy times we're living in. But you know what? Like, that's just, it shows the desperation of people wanting to get that message across and not feeling heard, and the war and the genocide just not stopping, that it's causing terrible, terrible activism like this. I think he is completely a martyr, and I do think that he is a hero for that. And it's terrible because you don't want to condone anyone to, end their lives. But I just think that was extremely brave of him. Kind of like when people are very, activists that don't want the environment destroyed or whatever, and you go do the extremist protest of tying yourself to a tree or something like that. So, man, that's sad. That's unfortunate, and it's terrible. And I hope that the message gets across.
well, so I'll sort of bring, because it's almost like it's this thing about like what is brave and what is being a coward. And the example that I'll bring up is after September 11th. After September 11th, Bill Maher got a lot of shit, and he's gone more right wing since then. But he got a lot of shit because he essentially said that the hijackers were brave because they flew a because they didn't, they flew planes into buildings knowing they were going to die. And he got a lot of shit for that, for calling them brave. And some people called them cowards. So, that was a more clear-cut act of terrorism. So people calling him a coward or people calling him a nut job, I think they're very afraid to look inward and look at the reality of the situation that we're living in. There we have the issue that we brought up about Melissa Barrera, who they're like desperately trying to blacklist. There was another actress that was on the new season of that horrible HBO show about the chicks.
Yeah. No, which one?
I'm talking
No.
about the one, the Sex in the City.
Ah, yes.
There was a storyline with one of the actors that she was dating a lesbian woman, and then that woman had like a bunch of Free Palestine stuff, and they said that they wrote her off the show and stuff because of the fact that she was doing a lot of pro-Palestine stuff. So it's this hypocrisy of picking and choosing who you're going to blacklist. Then there's rumors that there's a blacklist out there, and that actors, actresses, producers, directors that are outwardly pro-Palestine, anti-genocide, which is a fucking weird take to be like, hey, you can't be anti-genocide or you can't work. I mean, we don't have that big of a we don't have as near size of a platform as any of these people that are getting blacklisted. So I don't think they even worry about us, right? But the people that are putting their platforms out there and that are doing it, they're very brave. Melissa Barrera is very brave, and I think she's so talented that she's going to be there's always going to be somebody that wants to put her in a movie.
Yeah.
But so I don't know. I mean, I'm not in a position where we have much to lose, right?
But see, that I'm assuming that's how he felt as well, because it's like it does come from a powerless position of like, what else can we do? We're screaming at the top of our lungs. We can donate money, like what else can you do except go to Gaza and fight over there? And even then, that might be null and void because you're just gonna get killed. So I can see the frustration of like, I'm gonna go burn myself in front of these people and see if maybe then they'll listen. Like that's just the point to where we are. And I don't like the comparison of like the 9/11 thing, because in one, it's an active an active act of terrorism where they are sure brave for doing whatever. Both can be true, but
Mhm.
in one act you're murdering a bunch of people.
Absolutely.
In the other one you are just ending your own life to be heard, to end the genocide. Like it's actually kind of polar opposites.
Yeah, and me myself, I mean, I'm old, or not older.
No, you're
You
not.
know, I mean, no, but what I mean is like I've gotten to make movies, right? I've gotten to tell stories. I've gotten recognition for it. I've been able to create art that's gonna last
Mhm.
longer than I will. So for me, like I'm 100% okay with if I get blacklisted or if I don't get opportunities in the future because I simply state that I am against the genocide and I believe that we should have a ceasefire now, and that I'm again that even though I support all my Jewish friends and family members and the Jewish people and the Jewish state as a concept, that I'm against Zionism and against fascism, and that you either die the hero or live long enough to see yourself become the villain is inactive right now over there. Because we see all these videos of them being happy about the destruction and saying, can't wait till I build a house here, and it's just ruins upon ruins in Gaza, and they're like, they don't deserve these nice beaches and all this stuff. And the Israeli government has zero plans. There's zero plans to give back any of that land. Their goal has always been to eliminate the Palestinian people, drive them out of Gaza, turn it into a parking lot, and build. It's basically the same thing that the Germans wanted to do to the east, they want to do to the west. They wanted more living space in the east, and now the Israeli wants more living space in the west. It's the exact same fucking thing. So if being against that and being a human that's against baby murder is going to be something that's going to affect me, then I could give two shits. The same way being somebody who's against plans by Democrats and Republicans to kill more babies at the border and to fight over who could be more racist and more against Mexicans and Latinos and immigrants, I don't think it's a big deal because it means more to me. And I'm getting to the stage in my life, not I'm saying that I'm old, but I'm getting to the part of my life where I don't have to have as much of give as much of a fuck about that. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. You give
so
less shits. You
I could give
care.
less shits.
Yeah.
I'm self-employed. I have stuff that I can do with my life. It's not a big deal for me. Um, so yeah. So I guess not to be a bummer on stuff like this, but it is the story of the week. It is something that after I watched did affect me pretty deeply for the next couple of days up until today. And if you saw the video and if you saw or if you understand what happened, it's the exact same thing that Buddhist monks were doing during the Vietnam War, and that people would have done in protest. Buddhist monks have done, and it's incredible. It's an incredible act of bravery to end your life in that way. We don't recommend that anybody do that. It is horrible that he had to give his life. I wish anything that his lighter would have malfunctioned and that nothing would have happened to him. And I think there's other ways to accomplish those goals. But if you are a person that's going to laugh at somebody like that, or if you're a person that's going to make light of it or just use that as a talking point, and you are unwilling to self-reflect and look at what's actually happening in the situation, and you're that far entrenched, then there's very little hope for you, unfortunately.
Yeah, I agree. I completely agree.
IMO.
I agree. I concur.
I concur. We have to raise our spiritual vibrations. That's the only answer. Namaste. I agree. I mean, listen,
I agree.
I wish there was a way we were all nicer to each other.
Yeah, I think no one is wishing that act to occur again, but I do think that we need to commemorate him and sort of like make it worth something. So least we can do is shine a light on it.
Yeah, absolutely. Hey, I'm sorry I've been neglecting Instagram, Racktech, Raquel, Dentlock, El Puerto Rico. Ronnie. Thank you guys for joining us on our Instagram feed. I appreciate you guys. Thank you for Bonzo for stopping by here. We just a short stream tonight just to kind of get the rust off. Sofia and I will be covering parts leading up to, we're going to be switching into festival mode starting in March for the San Diego Latino Film Festival. So look for us to do some preview streams leading up to it over the next couple of weeks. We have an interview coming up before the festival with Jorge Gutierrez from the Book of Life.
It's exciting.
Very excited about that. He's coming down to San Diego on March 17th for the Book of Life 10-year anniversary screening, and I'll be hosting a Q&A with him after the screening. I also have the dates for my comedy showcase that I curated. And that is going to be on March 14th and March 24th. So save those dates so you guys can come down and hang out with me at San Diego Latino Film Festival. We'd love to hang out with you guys, take pictures, etc., etc.
Yeah, festival time. Lots going on in March.
Lots going on in March. So we will be back next Tuesday with another live show. We'll be a little bit more prepped. We'll have a guest. We'll do more. We'll be on a little bit earlier. I understand we probably a little bit later than you guys expected us. So I do appreciate everybody. This is your boy, Big Chief Burrito. Let's stop killing each other. We're all on the same rock. We're all on this fucking rock together. I wish we could all take a 30-second trip into space so we could realize we're all stuck on this fucking, so we can get, we're all stuck on this fucking planet together.
It's getting existential, guys.
And, I mean, really, honestly, I've always thought this. I think what the world lacks is perspective. And
just how tiny and insignificant we are.
We're tiny and insignificant. If we just understood that by seeing where we are in relations to each other, we'd all love each other a little bit better. So,
Agreed.
Thank you guys for listening, watching. More episodes will be out this week. We appreciate you guys all.
Yeah, I love you guys. Hasta luego.
Peace out.
Vamos, papá, hay que irnos. Me estoy aguantando desde que pusieron el domo.
Puedes esperar. Muchas personas trabajaron en esta película y solo quieren que te aprendas sus nombres de memoria.
Y yo quiero asegurarme de que ningún animal resultó lesionado durante la filmación de esta película.
¡Listo! ¡Uy, palomitas en el suelo!
Espera, parece que Maggie tiene algo que decir. No, su primera palabra.